Welcome guys. Tonight we will see some React Native. Let's see React Native. It's very popular now. For the last month or so I was working in React Native and I thought let's just share something that I learned in this month. So we are gonna see some basic common technique that we need to use on almost every project, that is custom component. In every project we will need to create a component from other root component, a basic custom component, and we need to use that all over our project. And it's very handy to create custom component like custom text input or text view or image view and other carousels and date view and something. So we're gonna start with a custom text input and learn how things work and we will create a little interactive text input. Let's get started and write some code now. So I'm gonna use WebStorm. I just like JetBrains product and feel comfortable writing in it. You can use any editor. Most people use Visual Code, I see that, but I feel comfortable with IDE like WebStorm. So let's create a project, and I have the React Native command line tool installed, and if that's installed, WebStorm can use that to create a project. And let's create a project that is React Native, and here it is. It says React Native CLI. It uses React Native CLI to create a project, and we will name that custom text input. That seems good. Custom text input. Okay, so let's create it. So npm will now download some files and create that project. It says should use yarn, but I'm not still using it. I'm okay with npm. Just wait a bit. Let's project, and we'll pause. Okay, so our project is initialized. Let's see what's in it. Index.js, register the app component, and here it is. Typical instructions, and let's start by removing this default codes, and I don't want these instructions, I don't want these text views either, and so this containers style, let's leave this container styles for now, I guess. Now we gonna create our custom text input. Let's create a directory source. All our code should go in source file, and let's create another directory inside source that names component. Okay, so in component we will create our custom text input class, and let's name that custom text input. Okay, so let's create the class and export that. We can use export default class custom text input that extends. Okay, I have a name. Why I don't know. I write E every time. Okay, so custom text extends React component, and let's import component React from React, and let's write our render method, render, and inside we render will return our view components. So let's first create a view, and here we will have our default text input from React Native. So I don't want now. Till now what we are doing is we are just creating another component from our default text input and nothing else. We can see the default text input if we use custom text input. Now we can use this custom text input in our app.js for just testing purpose, and let's custom text input, and let's run this and see what's the result. And we need to create select run configuration. That's run. I have an editor, sorry, that's a test from previous Android emulator running here. I got. Let's build the app. Let's wait for install. Okay, here it is, our custom text input. Justify content center, align item center, flex. How about we remove the later. Now first of all I want to give it a border. Let's create a style variable here, that is constant styles. We should avoid inline style sheet dot create here, and we need to import this style sheet from React Native. Okay, and we can create a style for container, not container, container, and we will give a border color. What is good, just go for blue or maybe orange, maybe blue. Okay, let's stick with blue. I see. Let's run that again. Oh sorry, I didn't use this. I meant to use this in this view. I need to apply that to the view. Styles.container. Now device offline, what happened? What? Nothing. Reload it. What happened here? Is the border color? Let's give a border width 2 and reload this. Yes, I didn't set the border width. Now so we are one step done from creating our custom text input, and let's just, I don't want this justify content here, and let's see this. Here it is. Just add a little bit of padding. How much? 20 would be enough. See, double R to reload this app. Okay, Now we don't want this underline that's default Android text view edit text edit text style, and we can go to the dock of React Native. Let's watch the props here. We have a prop Android underline, here it is, underline color Android. This is default only for Android. In iOS it won't be there, or we won't need that underline color, and we don't want this underline color in our text input. So let's apply this to what it takes. It takes colors as input prop, and we can set it transparent. Yes, we can set it transparent, and the color should go on. Here we have our custom text input, and let's do some more customization. We obviously wouldn't want this type of custom text input. This is messy. So first we need a little padding. Here we want, let's go for 8 something. Reload it. Yes, it is a bit larger. 6 or 4 is perfect. I think 4. I will go for 4. So, and now let's give it a one thing from there. We want our text input to take all the props available from our parent, that is through spread operator. Spread operator, very handy thing in React Native for this type of situation. And what we do, we will spread all our props to the text input. So if we apply some prop here, like normal props we use to pass our text input, and that will go through this custom text input to this text input. So for example, if we apply placeholder, we can see our props available for a text input. All these props here, it says placeholder. We can apply this placeholder to see, let's say, our text input, and this should be visible on our, okay, it's not. If we apply this to here, let's see our text. What's the result? I think placeholder color is doing gotta do something with this, or I am missing the placeholder text. Sorry, I was spelling mistake. Sorry, this is small placeholder, sorry for that. Here it is. We can directly pass any props to our custom input, text input, through our custom input component here. This is just similar like we are using a text input here. This is the power of spread operator and props here. So we can do customization here and see the output from the parent component, and also that custom component behaves like a core default custom widget provided by our React Native. So all these props available here will be available for our custom text input from here. So let's do some more customization here, and in this case I want to set the border color. This is not even a good color to apply somewhere. I have problems with that color. I can detect nice color. So what we want to do is when this text view edit text or text input is not focused, we want to design some stylish here, and when we click this text input or it's focused, we want to change that color. We want that border to become another color, indicating that this text input is active and is taking all the keyboard actions. And when we will let's create another text input here. Let's see, it's our second text input. So let's quickly apply a margin top here, 20. So okay, what this? Okay, we can place this in a view. So apparently this is just a quick fix to show you what I am intend to do. Yeah, here we have two text input. We want our text input be a not focused design. When you click this means this first text input is active. We want this border to be something like green, and this text input will be something like red or other color. And when we will click this text input or it's active, then this first text input should go red, and this should be green, something like that. We will see. So let's do that, and for that we will use state of our custom text input and hold that information if the text input, our text input, is focused or not. So let's create that state, and we'll need a constructor with props, and we need to call our super method. So and this dot state will be we want what say is focused. We can hold a boolean in our state. This will hold if the text is focused or not. First let's set false in our state. And when we have two callback method available here, where is that? On focus and on blur. We will use these two callback properties to get the state of our custom component. Is that component is focused or not? So let's get that on focus. So when on focus, we want to execute a method. Let's bind this. We should bind method, and let's create a first. Let's create those two methods inside which we will execute that code. On focused. This is our on focused method. We will do something here, and on blur. This is our on blur method. This should more specific on text input focused, and similarly on text input blur. So we will bind this method in our on focus method. this dot on text input focus dot bind this, and on blur method this dot on text input blur dot bind this. So whenever our text input will get focused, or then our this on text input method will get called, and when the text input will get blurred, this text input will method will get called. So we can change the state here and detect whether the text view input is focused or not. So we wanna change the input here. On text input focus, we can do this dot set state. I like to set state this way. There are other ways you can set text input is focused. What we need can see is focused is true here, and similarly in this method we wanna say text input is false. So now we can use this state to do some styling on our text input. First, let's create a focused style. Text input focused. Why don't we apply that style in our view? Okay, so container, what we can do here, just we will remove this from here, and similarly I want this to, I do just wanna let's. So now we have our state is the text input is focused or blur. Now what we want to do is apply this border color in our text input focused. So let's apply this. When focus, we wanna give it green, and this border width should be 2, and we want another style, that is text input blurred. This will be similar like this, and this should be red. Now what we want to do is apply this style in our text input field. So let's style equal to, now we wanna conditionally check the state here. If the state is true, I mean that text input is focused, then we wanna apply this style, and if the state is false or the text input is blurred, we wanna apply this style. So we can write a ternary operator here and check the state and apply the style. So what we do this dot state dot what was is focused. If this state is true, then we wanna apply styles dot text input focused, or if it's false, then we wanna styles dot text input blurred. So let's see the output here and reload. Okay, text input, here it is. You can see that when we click this text input, I mean it's focused, its border becomes green, and when we click this, its border become green and gets red. So the border is rectangular and not looking good. Let's apply a border radius here. Radius let's say 10. what is this? Oh, sorry, type mistake. The semicolon should be there. And what about now? See, when it's focused, its shape changes as we define it. And why don't we apply this here also? Okay, so this looks good, pretty good. And okay, this will do. How about a background color? Let's see, a grayish when focused and when blurred. We can do more darker. 6. Reload. There's too much dark. Why don't we apply some little? Okay, I think what we tried is achieved here. Now let's take this input back from what we wanna do is create a button here and touchable opacity. We wanna get touchable opacity, touchable opacity, sorry, and inside this we wanna give a button and import this button from React Native. Button, click me, yay, click me. Oh, title. I forgot about the button props. Let's see React Native button props. Let's check out the props. What are the props of button? Here it's title. I passed the wrong parameter. Title, click me. So okay, click me. Now let's take this callback on press. What we want to do is extract these values from our text input. We can do that by we can hold the text input text value from text input from the custom text input to our state in our state of this app component and show this state in here. So let's create first the state here, super props. Now this dot state equal to let's say first text equal to first text and second text. Okay, now we wanna pass a on text changed method here. What this does, text this dot set state, this dot set state, and return first text. First text will be equal to text. Okay, and similar on text changed in our second, this will be second text. So what we are doing here is, when we press any key here in our first text, we get the text from this text input through this on text changed properties, which is passed through the custom text input to our text input via this spread operator, and we get this text and save that text in our state. Similarly, from the second text input, we save that second text in our second text state. And when we press this, let's check that by a console. I wanna one because I don't want to start the debugger here. See, first text comma this dot state dot first text. Let's check this. Sorry, we can use this. Our button have this on press properties. We actually don't need a touchable opacity here. Sorry for the pause, I needed a little break there. See, where were we? On the click action of our button, we want that state. Let's see, it's first text input, and on click, sorry, the text is not set properly. I see. No, first text is not set. What might be the reason? Let's want this inside our on text change. What is the output here? This is not calling properly. I think this on text change is not accurate. On change text, I see. Sorry. Now it will work properly now. Yes, it's working. So first text here is first text here. Okay, it's good, it's all good. Now what we can do with this text, how can we show? Let's print a toast message. Let's print a toast. Let's find a toast. Toast Android is okay. Here, if we wanna show a toast, just toast Android dot show here, and what to let's import that from React Native toast Android show. What will be the toast? First text will be enter plus this dot state dot first text plus second text plus this dot state dot second text. Let's see guys what we are up with this. First second. So first text first, second text second. Okay, it's all good. Now what the last thing I want to do is make this very bad looking, disgusting looking UI a little bit fix. A few good color should do that. I like this site to generate some random color. Just pick some random colors. Let's how about this? How about this, guys? How about this? Focused border color here is, and when not focused, light. Let's see how we are doing. Not good, I say. I think I need to stick with some. How about this? No. You can suggest me some good colors in the comment. I am very bad with colors, very bad. So just make it light when blurred, and okay, I think this is pretty good, better than before, but I need to change the background. Yes, I need to change the background. What should I go? Very light. Light. I think let's try this. Background. When blur focused, I want this background a little lighter. Okay, I think that's enough. So you guys, please suggest me some good color in the comment below, and let's review the whole thing again. It's what we are doing is basically just creating another custom component which will hold the text input, and a state will define the focus or blur state of our text input, and we will change this style according to this state. If it's focused, show some style, and if it's blurred, show some another style. So that's an important thing here is this spread operator, this dot props. This should be here, otherwise these props will not work properly. This placeholder, this on change text, let's what, I think something broken here. Reload this. See that already, you can see that already that placeholder text is not showing, and if we show this here, it will be okay. So shit, don't want to debug that slow thing here. I just wanna So that's keep going, and then we can use that custom text input as a regular text input, and plus with some style work and you can do more styling and more customization like validation and label thing, like show this label if this things happen, and props. We can do more powerful things with these props. So this is just a way, just a quick what will I say, this is just a quick thing I showed you to show the way how you can create your own custom component and more customized it, so and more powerful things can be built on this technique. All is doing here background is this state and props. So React Native is very funny here and very powerful because of these props and text, and it reduces a lot of code from here, lot of code on our UI. So thanks for watching, and please do subscribe and suggest me if anything I did wrong here. I know a bit something I should not be doing, but it's just a quick way to show you the main purpose of our tutorial. So please do like and subscribe. Goodbye.